So we've got a shorter video on the YouTube channel. It was uploaded a while ago on the noble lie. And I wanted to take an opportunity to spend a little bit more time on it because I think it's particularly useful for us today as we work through a lot of the things that leadership, governments, that sort of thing are saying. And I think if you understand the noble lie, you might actually have a better response to some of the things that you hear rather than if you don't. So what a noble lie is an untruth. It is a lie that is told by someone in power for the benefit of those whom the person in power is in power over. And you might wonder, okay, so how does that look? Well, it's originated in Plato. And the way it looks in Plato is that Plato is trying to build this ideal republic. And in doing so, he needs certain people in certain roles. So he needs some people to be workers and some people to be leaders and some people to be warriors. And he knows that people aren't going to really want to be in the worst jobs if better jobs are available. So how is he going to make them content with their lot in life? And the way he does this is by proposing a lie. Now, this lie probably would not work ever. And they pretty much agree that it would be fairly hard to make this lie fly. But the lie is that each person is imbued with a certain sort of metal, and some people are kind of lower metals, iron and bronze, and some people are silver and some people are gold. And based on those metals, these people have different roles within the republic. Now that is the noble lie as it was construed by Plato. But I think noble lies as a concept, as a practice, actually happen fairly frequently. And they happen frequently when a leader is using utilitarian sorts of reasoning to come up with a conclusion. So, for instance, if someone has a policy that is going to hurt a few people but benefit a whole lot of people, they may lie. They may say, oh, there will be no hurting of anybody. There will be no consequences, no negative effects from this policy, where they know that it will. But in order to get this policy across the board to benefit all these people, they have to tell a lie. Now, of course, that brings up a lot of ethical conundrums, and personally, I don't think it's worth it in any way. I think that typically, if someone's going to be hurt by any policy, which someone is going to be hurt by any policy, that sort of thing should be stipulated at the beginning of the policy making. But if you're looking at it from the perspective of a politician, you can sort of understand why they may choose to do something like that. I don't think it's right by any means, but I do think that if you see the objectives, you might be less inclined to think that everyone is as corrupt as you may think they are, and you might think that these people may have good intentions and those intentions are misplaced or what have you. So that is the noble lie, and I wanted to talk about it just because, I think there's a lot of people out there now that are very disillusioned with leadership, with governments, and I'm not sure I subscribe to the idea that there are a whole lot of people that are, secretly trying to take over the world, but I do think that there are people with potentially good intentions that are lying to us for what they suspect is our own good. So that's Noble Lie, and stay tuned for more.